Hey folks, Pastor Jordan coming to you from the amphitheater area here at West Glenville Reformed Church. We are blessed to be able to have this beautiful outdoor space for worship, and we're hopeful that again on Sunday we'll be able to gather out here for our time of worship at 10 o'clock. And if you're able to join us, please plan on coming. I checked the weather. It looks like it's going to be nice this weekend, so we should be able to really enjoy this outdoor space. There is covered space, so if it's sunny, you can stay out of the sun and get into some shade at our beautiful new pavilion that's right here. But if you like a little bit of sunshine, or if you want to sit with a umbrella or out on your blanket, then anywhere on this green space here is just perfect for gathering for worship. So please plan on coming and being with us and worshiping with us. We are excited to have the opportunity to be together in this way here in this space that God has blessed us with. I'll give you an update on what we're going to be looking at on Sunday as we gather for worship. But first, just one quick announcement, actually two quick announcements. Tomorrow night, if you're watching this on Wednesday, June the 12th, then tomorrow on Thursday, June the 13th, we will be having our monthly community meal. It starts at 5:30, running until 7:30 or so, and it will be out here at the pavilion if the weather is permitting. We're going to fire up the grill and have a good old-fashioned cookout for the celebration of the summer season that's upon us. But if the weather is not conducive to that, we will still hold the meal. We'll just be upstairs in Pop Hall for food as well. So either way, plan on coming. It's always a lovely time. You get to meet and greet some friends and neighbors, get to share a meal with your community. And it's a great opportunity to invite a new person, a friend or a neighbor or somebody you've wanted to talk to our church about. You want to share the good news. You want to get them involved in some way. It's a really low maintenance way to invite a new person to be a part of our community. Just ask them to come and eat a free meal with you. It's a pretty easy sell. And it's a great way for them to interact with us and to be among us, and so that they can experience God's presence and God's love in us as well. So invite somebody to come. That's this coming Thursday, the day after tomorrow, if you're watching this as on the day that it's released, which is Wednesday, June the 12th. So come Thursday, June the 13th, and enjoy a community meal. Also, I wanted to let you know that Linda Davin is running our Vacation Bible School program. It's the last full week in July. So the final week in July actually ends up starting into August. So it's not that week, it's the week before that, the last full week in July. And she needs volunteers to help to make that program a success. It's going to be in the mornings that whole week. So even if you can give just one or two mornings, that would be great. Just talk to Linda. We need as many adult volunteers as possible. She makes it really easy. She's got everything set up. Everything's ready to go. Instructions are really clear. Jobs are really easy. She just needs people to be here, to be present with the kids that come. And if you know of families with kids that would like to sign up for VBS, or if there's some older kids around, high school age kids that want to help out and volunteer to work with the younger kids, that's great too. So anybody that you know of, or yourself included, please talk to Linda and see if you can jump in on that. I'd love to have you participating for that wonderful time. All right, so we're gathering for worship on Sunday, and you want to know what the sermon is about, I'm sure. That's why you've tuned in to this video. And so I will let you know that we are concluding our sermon series on the Lord's Prayer as quickly as it began. It seems like it's already almost over with. And so we will look at the closing words of the Lord's Prayer, starting with the lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. So we'll look at that section of the Lord's Prayer in comparison to part of Jesus Christ's farewell discourse in the Gospel of John, the opening verses of chapter 14. And as we look at that, we'll hear Jesus begin with, do not be afraid, right? This idea of don't be afraid. Don't don't go through life fearful. Yes, life is scary. Yes, there are evil things, bad things, and horrible things that could happen to us at any time. And we've witnessed it in sometimes in our lives or in the lives of others around us. Yes, life is fraught with danger, and there is fear. It's a real human thing, a very constant and present thing, this thing called fear. However, Jesus reminds us that we do not have to dwell in that place, that we can ask our God to deliver us from times of trial. And we'll actually look at those words a little bit too. Do not lead us into temptation. What is the word behind that? What is Jesus actually instructing us to pray in that moment when he says, do not lead us into a time of trial or into a time of temptation or into a time of testing, right? What are we actually hearing from Jesus there? And then this idea of delivering us from evil, what is he saying there? We'll look at some of the words behind that and then take our final comforts in that closing doxology, which is, again, an addendum to the original text. You'll see it in the footnotes when you look at it. But that's where it came from. It was a doxology, and it showed up in some scriptures, and then not in all of the original sources, and so that's why it ends up as a footnote. But it's a part of our prayer. And so what are we saying when we say those words? And what are we being invited to remember when we say, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever? Who and what are we linking ourselves to when we say those words? So that's what we'll look at on Sunday when we gather for worship. Hopefully here, if the weather forecast holds. Right now, as I said, it looks good. So I'm hopeful that it will continue to be that way, and we'll be able to gather here at our amphitheater space. If not, though, and the weather turns or the forecast changes, of course, we'll gather in the sanctuary. And either way, we'll be right here on our YouTube live stream. So if you can't be with us in person, first of all, know that we would love to see you in person anytime you can. Please don't ever replace worshiping with us in person with the YouTube live stream. We're very thankful that it's here, but we want to see you in person. So if you can ever be with us, we'd love to have you here with us. But if not, if you can't be with us here on the YouTube live stream. We'll start that up 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's not Eastern Standard Time now, is it? Is it Eastern Daylight Savings Time? Maybe. Whatever time is 10 o'clock here is when we're going to start that. So we look forward to seeing you either live in person here at the amphitheater or here on this YouTube live stream. And can't wait to worship with you. So I hope you're having a blessed Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you this weekend, perhaps at the community meal tomorrow night or on Sunday for worship. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your week. Talk to you soon. God bless.